Welcome back to another Willy Weighs In. This is game number 55 in the Oilers season. God, the playoffs are so close. And it is against the Montreal Canadiens. And it is the Edmonton Oilers, who now have a record of 3-4-1 against the Canadiens. They're looking to get out of this contest with a 50% winning percentage on the year against the Habs. This game gets off to a quick start. About 2 minutes in, we get a guy I talked about in the last video scoring right away, Cole Caulfield, who gets it past Mike Smith. He does a little dance, gets by Tyson Barrie, and a forward who's not coming down to check on him scores. Gets it by Mike Smith. The Oilers come back, and you know what? It's James Neal. He brings it into the zone, gets it over to Alex Chiasson, who beats Remo in net. Bang! Scores. Beautiful. We need that line to show up. They've been showing up, and I'm thinking they might be an X factor in the playoffs. James Neal has picked it up. He's found his legs. It looks like he's over that bit of that COVID hangover that he had, which was kind of making him lag a bit before. So he's back. I'm excited. The guy's got playoff experience. 2 cup finals, didn't win, but 2 cup finals. James Neal knows what it takes to get to the NHL Stanley Cup finals. He's going to be hungry. He's going to contribute. I'm pumped. And that's the same for Alex Chiasson. I like that third line with Ryan McLeod at center. Actually, I don't like it. I love it. And so the game is 1-1. Oilers get a power play. Guess what happens? There's another guy I mentioned that I talked about in the last video in the Oilers' 8th game against the Montreal Canadiens, and it is Nick Suzuki. He brings the puck in, short-handed, goes glove side. Mike Smith gets a piece of it, but it trickles by 2-1. But on the ensuing power play, we get Connor McDavid getting his 103rd point. It's an assist, gets it over to Tyson Barrie, who gets it to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, bang, picks the corner. It is a 2-2 game for the Edmonton Oilers. And then the second period comes. And you know what? This is feeling like year-end hockey. You get those jitters as a fan. You're like, bring on the playoffs finally. And you're also like, let's not get any hurt players here. And Mike Smith goes down, makes a save. It looks like he gets a skate to the back of the head. He's kind of shaking that off. Don't get hurt, Smith. You're an X factor here. We need you in the playoffs. Tip it, maybe sit him next game. Let Koskinen play Saturday, the last game of the season. Let's keep our guys healthy. We get another Oilers goal, and it is a scrum in front of the net. Connor McDavid comes in. He's behind the goaltender. He goes to shoot it and bank it off. The puck is loose. There's 2 guys down there. There's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins trying to poke that puck free. There's Alex Chiasson trying to poke it free. And then finally it pops out to a pinching in Leon Draisaitl, who just puts it, buries it into the net. And it is a 3-2 game for the Oilers. Now, this is how that period ends. Honorable mention here. We get some Cahoon action. He gets a nice shot off on net. I'm always blown away by the energy that Josh Archibald brings. Oh, and dare I mention, Kyle Turris is in there, and he's been taxi squad for a good chunk of this season. But you know what? I think he's going to be a valuable asset, especially in the bottom 6. He's been playing not bad, especially on that line with Draisaitl and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Yamamoto's out. He could be a guy that steps up and makes a difference too. And he's got great vision when he's playing the Kyle Turris kind of game. Anyways, 3-2 game for the Oilers heading into the third period. Let's see how that one pans out. Oh, and here's a quick update on the Draisaitl goal. The assists were Alex Chiasson and Connor McDavid. That's his 104th point on the year. Boom. My preseason prediction was 104 points for Connor McDavid. I believe I said 32 goals, 72 assists. Guess what? He's got 33 goals, 71 assists for 104 points. Not bad. All right, third period starts up. Edmonton has a 3-2 lead, and they play extremely defensive hockey. They're getting hemmed into their zone. Not many chances going their way. I believe over 3/4 of the period, they only generated 2 shots on net. Well, when this kind of play happens and you got two guys that are playing really well in the other team, they're generally gonna, pour on and score. And that's exactly what happens. Cole Caulfield gets the puck over to an open Nick Suzuki, who buries it. They both have 2 points on the night. Suzuki with 2 goals, Caulfield with a goal and an assist, and it's a tie game. Comes down to the last bit of the period. Darnell Nurse walks in, takes his time, patiently waits, gets his hole, shoots it, ping! Post, we're going to overtime. This overtime doesn't start like most overtimes for the Oilers. We don't see McDavid out there. It's Dominic Cahoon, Leon Draisaitl, and Tyson Barrie. What happens is the Canadiens win the faceoff. They come in, and Mike Smith makes a stop, gets it behind the net to Tyson Barrie, who sees a streaking, not that type of streaking, but a fast-paced breakout by Draisaitl. Tries to pass that puck way up to him. It's tipped by one of the Montreal players, but Draisaitl reaches back, gets it. No look pass up to where Cahoon beautifully grabs it. It has a breakaway, dekes out Primo, scores. It's an overtime win for the Oilers. They tie up the season series, 4 wins, 4 losses, and an overtime loss. That's their record against Montreal this year. And what a way to almost end this season. We got 1 game left. It's in the afternoon on Saturday against Vancouver. Go Oilers. Go Oilers. Go Oilers. Thank you for watching Willy Weighs In. Please click like, subscribe in the bottom here. And, let us know what you think. And watch the main pod with myself, Pilon, Baron, and Sanjay. See you Saturday.